Y'all know who it is. I know it's been a minute because I didn't come on for Monday Moment Thoughts. I am here. I'm at a different location. But y'all see Green Eye Sparkle, baby. Yes, episode what? Number 55. Yes, I said I know I am 2 hours late for my show, but the show must go on. How is everybody doing today? Child, y'all, listen. I said if I could just come on and show my face for a few minutes, I think that'll be all right with y'all. And yes, I am so happy to be here on this thankful, thoughtful, and thrilling Thursday. Um, I said I looked at the time. I said, "Oh my goodness, it's already 9:08." I said I was supposed to go live at 9 p.m. Already 2 hours late. But you know what? I am here. I am here. I have hopped on. This is episode 55. I am so elated and happy that I am still going strong. Hey, I have been off kiltered on my days, and yes, for me to not be consistent on my Mondays and Thursdays, you guys know that there must have been something going on. You know, as time continues I'll share a little bit more about, what's happening. And it was something, it was a family emergency that occurred. And it happened on, of course, of all days, it happened on Super Bowl Sunday that we got an announcement. But it seemed like it was going in the right direction. And then, unfortunately, fast forward a week later, this past Sunday on the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, we got some unexpected tragic news. And yeah, but I guess what? Green Eye Sparkle, baby, the show has to go on. We are here. It took me back for a moment. It was something that we, as a family, we did not expect. Major family. It started as a family emergency, and then it just went into some very unfortunate, sad news. I'll probably get into it a little bit more at a later time as it is still fresh with my family. So we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing. Uh, you said Give has your best. Um, well, thank you for coming in. At me, Winkle, thank you for coming in, and thank y'all for joining Green Eye Sparkle Baby 100. Now, I know, am I the only one that know about this breaking news? Did y'all know that the Seattle Seahawks is up for sale? Child, listen, y'all. I said, what? I was scrolling through to see if there was any, trendy news that I needed to report live on. And listen, child, y'all, the Seattle Seahawks are up for sale. I'm talking about the Super Bowl winning Seattle Seahawks are up for sale. Now, this allegedly was all a part of the plan to begin with, that after the owner died. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Fabian is in the building. Hey, now, yes. Yes. Oh, no, right? I was surprised when I saw the news. I said, the Seattle Seahawks are up for sale. I was like, well, when did all this come about? What happened? But honestly, what happened was, oh child, what happened was that my that my tripod is trying to fall apart on me. My tripod is trying to run from me, y'all. I'm streaming live from a different location, as you guys can see. I am streaming live from Mom Knows Best, and I was trying to charge my phone, but guess what? I'm gonna have to let it go. I was trying to charge it up. It was losing I was losing a little battery, but guess what? Nevertheless, I am here. So I'm streaming live from Mom Knows Best. As I told you all, there was some tragic news that happened. And so I'm not in my normal location. But let's get back into the Seattle Seahawks, y'all. I had no idea this was a part of the plan, but child, y'all, listen, it is. They announced it. They are up for sale. It was formally announced. Now, the estate of Paul G. Allen said that when it said that they had a process in place, that the goal was that it was directed in the will of Paul G. Allen that this NFL franchise would be sold and the proceeds and the holdings would go to philanthropy. Y'all got to get in the chat for this. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking. What? Yeah, you said, oh no, how? Well, because it's in the will. It's in the will. When Paul G. Allen passed away, he put it in his will. Now he was the owner. And so I'm going to tell you exactly what it says now. It says the estate of Paul G. Allen today. This is why y'all listen, y'all. I'm giving y'all breaking news. Yes, this happened today. So y'all come on in the conversation. Come on in the chat. This announcement was today. And it says the estate of the Paul G. Allen today announced that it has commenced a formal sale process for the Seattle Seahawks NFL franchise, consistent with Allen's directives to eventually sell his sports holdings and direct all estate proceeds to philanthropy. Paul Allen Estate said this in a statement. Okay? Now, I was like, what? This news comes less than 2 weeks after the Super Bowl win over the New England Patriots, y'all. So the estate has selected an investment bank, Allen and Company, and law firm Lathan and Watkins to lead the sale process. Y'all gonna have to get in the chat and tell me, did y'all know about this sale? Child, I didn't know nothing about this sale. Did y'all know? And I was like, do I like the Eagles? Yeah, the Eagles are cool, but my team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all know my team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all get in the chat about this. I had no idea that the Seattle Seahawks had, they were planning to sell them. And how interesting that it goes up, the announcement goes up less than 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. Do y'all think it was planned? Y'all think there was a reasoning to the madness? Why would they wait now? They wanted to see if they were going to the Super Bowl? I don't understand. Y'all get in the chat. And by the way, those of y'all who just walked in here to Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button because we got some stuff to talk about. I was shocked. I said, wow. I said, this is breaking news. I said, well, when did they plan all of this? When were they discussing and talking about all of this, y'all? But anyways, now, as I continue, it talks about Allen purchased the Seattle Seahawks in 1997, and he earned the franchise's first Super Bowl win in 2013. Okay. Now, Allen passed away. He died in 2018. And his younger sister, Jody Allen, see, she has served as the chair of the Seattle Seahawks since then. Child, y'all, are y'all learning this good old history over here? Hey, we got who we got in here? We got it's me, it is me. We got Jolly. Hey y'all, we got Owen in the building. Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in. What is my name? Well, my show on Thursdays is Green Eye Sparkle, baby, the show. Now, on Mondays, when I do my Monday Moment Thoughts, I am simply Carissa. I'm simply Carissa on Mondays, but on Thursday night, when y'all get in here and come into this chat and this great conversation, y'all know I am Green Eye Sparkle, baby, the show. This is episode 55. And you know what I forgot to do, my friends? Listen, my sparklers, guess what? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are keeping me alive and well. You know what I believe though? When you have a dream, you dare to go after your dream. You have to persevere and you will succeed. I have not stopped. And like I said, I might be on 2 hours later than I normally am on. And like I said at the opening of the show, I truly want to just share that there was an unfortunate, tragic situation that occurred in my family. Actually, we got the news, it was an emergency call on Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday, we got an emergency phone call. Then from Super Bowl Sunday, and I kept it moving forward. I did commentating on the Super Bowl. I even came live with y'all on Super Bowl Sunday. Right after that, we went a whole week. And then Sunday, the day after Valentine's Day, I got a call. It was unfortunate news. And so nevertheless, guess what? Guess who is sitting in the chair and we pushing forward? Now, I'm not streaming live from my home. Shout out to Mom Knows Best. I'm in her office. But y'all, I had to come on. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep daring to dare. I dreamed this 2 years ago. I dreamed about this show, and so things happen, but I have to keep pushing forth. I have to persevere. You dream, you dare, you persevere, and you will succeed. What y'all saying in the chat? Hey, Owen. Or you said what day? You will be one day. I'll be super famous. I'm gonna receive that. I'm a manifest. Oh, I thank you for that manifestation, and that's an affirming. I'm gonna affirm what you just said, my friend, and I'm gonna keep going because I believe in me. I said, how many people? It's a lot of them of women now starting to get into the sports, but you know what? I have been consistent. I started with just turning on my camera and turning on the light and reporting my trendy news, inspiration. Then it just turned into a love of sports, as a football fan. So I am so happy to be here. Is a one of my moderators in the building? I think my moderator's in the building. Hey, my friend, I know I'm on 2 hours late, but like I was just explaining to the chat, it was something that happened that was beyond my control, my friends, and major family emergency. It took everybody by surprise. I'm streaming live right now. I'm in my mom's office, and I said, I got the show must go on. The show must go on. When you have a belief system in yourself, you take care of what needs to be taken care of. You take care of family, but at the end of the day, I know what my show can be, and that's why I'm so thankful for you all, and I'm so thankful that you got. Yeah, thank y'all for hitting that like button, and we're gonna keep sharing this out. And we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. And you probably saw that I haven't even been doing my shorts like I normally do. But guess what? I had this dream 2 years ago. This is my 55th episode, and I'm continuing to grow. I'm continuing to climb. I dream, I dare, I persevere, and I will succeed. Thanks to my friends. Thank you guys. I so appreciate that you all have been rocking and rolling with me. I have been on 55 weeks, my friends. 55 weeks. It doesn't get better than that. So I just want to give some shout outs. Hey, we got Eating Addings, one of my moderators in. Thank you. I appreciate it. When I'm ready, I haven't gotten comfortable yet to speak on it because I don't want to get emotional on my live. But when the time is right, I'll explain what happened. So right now I'm just not quite ready yet. When you're dealing with a loss and a loss that was not expected, it's a lot. So yeah, when the time is right, I let y'all know, my friends. You say yes, love the energy, and girl, you full of it. Thank you. Hey. That's why I say I'm gonna keep on smiling. I'm gonna keep on showing up. Okay, till I cross over, find a path through, tunnel underneath, or simply stay and turn my mountain into a gold mine. I will do my best. I know I can. I know I will. I am a winner. Okay? Y'all know what it is. This is Green Eye Sparkle, baby. The show. Okay, y'all. I digress. Let's get back into some more of this good old conversation over here. Child, y'all, listen. Now, I was so impressed to learn, that all this time after Paul Allen died, that his sister was taken to him. His sister was actually operating as the chair of the Seattle Seahawks during all this duration. So that was really impressive. Now, let me tell y'all about this will. Y'all ready for this? Tell y'all, I told y'all, this the exclusive. Now, I don't know if I should say allegedly or not. Listen, now, this came hot off the press of the NFL, y'all. So I'm telling y'all like an IT is, child, y'all, coming right off the NFL. But anyway, it says, y'all, according to the will, Paul Allen's will stipulated that the Seattle Seahawks would eventually be sold, okay, with the proceeds going to I can't even talk now, philanthropic efforts. So that's where the money is going. It's not going into one person's. It's going to philanthropic proceeds. It's going to that arena. Okay, so now listen. The NFL senior national columnist Judy Bautista reported on Wednesday that there was some level of urgency about the purchase being happening soon. That is up for sale, but it's a sense of urgency from the league for the Seattle franchise to start this process prior to the annual league meeting, which runs March 29th through April 1st. So they're trying to get their stuff together. They say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So what y'all think gonna happen with the Seattle Seahawks franchise? Y'all get in the chat. Yeah, you didn't know that, wild child? Yeah, I was shocked. I said, dang. I said, it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet. They won the Super Bowl. We celebrating, rah, rah, rah. We coming up on 2 weeks, but my goodness, what you think gonna happen? You said, such a good soul, though to not take and give. Such a good soul, though, to not take and give. Oh, to not take and give. Yes, yes. I thought this was really awesome. But when it's a situation like this, and they trying, they got their annual league meeting coming up. They want a quick turnaround. And wait, there's more. Child, y'all, it's more. Okay. I was reading this. I said, ooh, child, this thing reading real good. And it's nice what's happening, and his decision that was made, but it's all the other moving parts around this decision. So the annual league meeting is going to start March 29th, right? It's going from the 29th to April 1st. Well, they want this deal done before then. They want this franchise sold before this annual meeting, y'all. It says the Seattle Seahawks sale price is expected to set a new NFL record. Y'all want to know how much? Child, y'all listen. Y'all want to know how much? I said, what? Child, this going to make history. Child, I think this gonna be bigger than, I don't know how much the Cowboys spent. Everybody always be talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody be talking about the Eagles. But do y'all know? Y'all get in the chat and tell me how much y'all think they gonna sell this. What they expect the sale price is. This a good one. Y'all get in the chat. I can't wait to see what y'all said. Get in the chat, y'all. It's time for the chat to respond. What do you think the estimated price tag is for the sale of the Seattle Seahawks? I love it. I am here for it. Y'all come on and get in the chat. Yes, y'all get in the chat. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes because I got to hear y'all. Y'all got to comment on this. How much do y'all think the Seattle Seahawks, they're expecting this to surpass the NFL's record of a franchise being sold? Y'all got any thoughts? Y'all quiet. Why y'all quiet? Y'all get in the chat. Why y'all quiet? I want to see what y'all think. How much do you think the Seattle Seahawks is going for, y'all? When I saw this, my mouth dropped, y'all. I said, ooh. I said, wow. I said, that's a hefty price tag. But hey, like I said, the Seattle Seahawks sale price is expected to set a new NFL record. Any ideas? All right, y'all waiting patiently. I'm going to tell y'all. I just want to see if y'all were going to take a guess. Y'all know. I just was waiting to see if y'all were going to try to take a guess. Okay. Child, some people got mad because I didn't tell them. I asked y'all to get in the chat and some people would, but that's all right. Thank y'all for coming in and thank y'all for hitting that like button because y'all know one thing about Green Eye Sparkle, baby. This is what I like about my team over here and what I love about my show, because when I talk about things or like the predictions I made, 9 times out of 10, boy, I be right on the money. But on this one took me by surprise, y'all. Like I said, I had a lot of moving parts, had a family emergency, so I wasn't keeping up. And then the next thing you know, this dropped and I said, what? Child, let me tell y'all how much it is, okay? It says the Seattle Seahawks sale price is expected to set a new NFL record, surpassing the 6.5, the $6 billion price, a partnership led by Josh Harris paid for the Washington Commanders in 2023. See, the Washington Commanders, they kicked out for that. So that man, Josh Harris, he kicked out $6 billion. If he kicked that $6 billion, how much y'all think the Seattle Seahawks gonna go for? Y'all got to get in the chat and y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. You said take care of that family. Amen to that. Thank you for that. Is that and I don't even have my readers on. Envy. Thank you, Envy. I appreciate that. Yes, family first. So yeah, I kind of y'all saw the imbalance. I wasn't on Monday on my Monday moment thoughts. I came on tonight 2 hours late, but nevertheless, I am here because I have a dream. And one thing about Simply Carissa, aka on Thursdays, Green Eye Sparkle Baby 100, I have a passion and a drive that you would not believe. When I have a dream and I know that this is something that it makes a difference and I'm making an impact on a community. YouTube, y'all are a community and it's the engagement is unreal, and I appreciate you guys. What really drives me and I have to show my face on this show is you guys. You get in the chat, we have great conversations. You know what I said? Like one time somebody said, does Ocho and Shannon Sharp know about you? I said, they might not know about me right now, but they soon will, because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep climbing. I'm keeping it going because, I said, I think I can hang with the best of them. Yeah, I know I'm just climbing up the ranks, but I think I have something super special to offer that add that little twist to anybody. The guys with their nightcap and their sports commentating, I think I can add a little flavor. Don't they need a little twisted of a different point of view? And the way I bring it, hello, the way I bring it, it is so interesting. Now, I digress. I said all of that, my friends, and I have digressed. But listen, so the Washington Commanders, right? Josh Harris purchased them in 2023 for $6 billion. If the Washington Commanders went for $6 billion, what y'all thinking? What y'all think? I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Seattle Seahawks. And now, y'all see, I'm making my prediction, right? And like I said, 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty much on the money. I feel, in my humble opinion, the Seattle Seahawks is going to go for between $8 to $10 billion, because it's going to be the prediction is it's going to be the largest purchase thus far in the NFL franchise history. So I'm thinking, and on the record for the sale, it's gonna be between $8 billion and $10 billion. That's what I got in my spirit. It's definitely not gonna be $6 billion. We talking about the Super Bowl champions, the Seattle Seahawks. So it's surprising. I was shocked. I said, I got to turn on the camera and I have to go live. I got to share this breaking news with my friends, with my sparklers. This y'all my crew. I much love to my crew over here, my sparklers. Yeah. So I thought that was quite interesting. Now, for some more trendy news, it talked about, unless y'all got something else to say in the chat, I'm gonna keep it moving. Now they still putting people in place. I don't know what they're gonna be called. You know what's interesting? So if they selling the Seattle Seahawks, will they still remain the Seattle Seahawks, and will they still remain in Seattle? I just got a lot of questions about. I know it's not Monday, but these are my Thursday night thoughts. Y'all thinking, are they gonna stay in Seattle? Are they gonna move the team? Is it just that they're just gonna have a new owner? I don't know. I've got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions about that. But nevertheless, listen, they still hiring. They still hiring. Y'all want a job with the Seattle Seahawks? They hiring. Now, if y'all good with offensive coaching, y'all good with defensive coaching, child, y'all go on over there to Seattle Seahawks. But anyways, so the new Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator, Brian Fleury, he said that his goal is to maintain Clint Kubiak's offense. Okay? Well, that's cool. I hope that, if it, what's good shouldn't, if it's not broken, what they say, y'all, if it's not broken, don't fix it if it's not broken. Well, I mean, if there was some good systems in place, and I have said this many a times, y'all have heard me. They had a good system in place this season at the Seattle Seahawks. Now let me tell you, my Bucks did fly the Seattle Seahawks over there, and we won. We won in their home territory. But let me tell you something. When they had to fly to us, Oh, when they, when the Seattle Seahawks flew to Tampa Bay, the Seattle Seahawks put it on us. And one thing I observed, and I took very good notes, my friends, I said, this defense is like a wall. I said, they wouldn't give us an inch. They gave us our L that we received. They gave us our L on a silver platter because they kicked our butts. But you know what I said? I said, I got to be fair and I give credit where credit is due. I said, we had a lot of hurt people. I get all of that. But nevertheless, they came in with a different lens. I said, "Oh my gosh!" I even, even when my Bucks they were out of the playoffs, they were out of any chance of getting to the Super Bowl. I already said, y'all go back and watch my tapes. It was either Monday Moment Thoughts or it was on my show, my Thursday night show, Green Eye Sparkle. When I knew that we were eliminated, I said that it was going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos that was going to be in the Super Bowl, but it turned out it was the Patriots and Seattle Seahawks. But it was something that spark that I saw in the Seattle Seahawks that really I said, "Wow, this team is strong." I mean, the grit. They had a hunger. Their antennas was up. I'm telling y'all what, I know there's a lot of New England Patriots fans that watch my show, but y'all have to be fair and open up with a different lens to say this. New England did not stand a chance, in my humble opinion, against the Seattle Seahawks because the antenna was up. That defense was like a major wall. You couldn't break that defense up. They came out thunderous. The New England Patriots, I'm just looking at it because, like I said, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. So I'm just looking at how Seattle came out, and I'm looking at how New England came out. New England did not come out like they were a Super Bowl winning champion. See, what I liked about the Seattle Seahawks, they came out as if they had already won. They came out with grit. They had tenacity. That defense was rocking and rolling. They hands down that this last season they had the best defense in the NFL. They understood the assignment. Y'all know I get excited and I go off path. Y'all, I get excited sometimes and see I digress. But the reason why I was saying all of that was to say this. So they got a new offensive coordinator, but what he said now, he was going to maintain and keep everything as is. Okay, so that this, once again, that's Brian Fleury. Now, so some more NFL news roundup. Now the Raiders hired Rick Dennison as their offensive line coach. That's who the Raiders hired. Now the Eagles, somebody in my chat earlier was talking about the Eagles. Well, I got you some trending news for the Eagles too. So the Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson is to return for the 14th season with Philadelphia. So he's doing his 14th season, y'all. So y'all think the Eagles coming back stronger and better than ever? What y'all thinking? Y'all think the Eagles coming back stronger? Um, Now the Cowboys. Okay. So Christian Parker is on a new scheme. It says you build it around the players. You build your program around the players. That's what he's saying. The first, okay, he's a first-time defensive coordinator. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't read his title. The Cowboys defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, says on a new scheme, you build it around your players. Now, see, okay, y'all. Now, y'all know how I get. Now I'm gonna have to say something, okay? Because something just struck a nerve between like what's happening with the all the everybody lining up their offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators on offensive line. Everybody lining up their coaches, right? Okay, is it just me? What's ringing in my head right now is the fact that Brian Fleury's goal is to maintain Clint Kubiak's offense. I hope I'm about to see now. This don't struck a nerve because y'all know I'm about to go. I'm about to give y'all my thoughts right now. I hope that there is some kind of understanding of the expectations. Even though it's not my team, it's not my team, but they're in the NFC South. And when they're in the NFC South, I look at it, I try to look at everything, okay? We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm gonna shout them out first all day because I feel like we number one. I don't know what the heck happened and how we unraveled this thing. I know people got hurt, but nevertheless, we still number one. That's what I'm predicting coming into this new season. Yeah, we got to talk about those drafts too. We got to talk about those drafts before I hop off. So we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers, South Carolina Panthers, we got the Atlanta Falcons, and we got New Orleans Saints. I just was hoping that, even though we got to compete against them, that Atlanta would have a new lens and a fresh set of eyes to guide and lead them. But I don't see that. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all help me out. Y'all get in the chat. I don't see swapping the head coach from the Cleveland Browns, and y'all take him from Cleveland Browns and y'all bring him all the way down to the South to the Dirty Birds. Dirty Birds say they want to win championships, but y'all say the Dirty Birds go win a championship with the head coach who didn't even have a winning season. They won 4 games. Out of all the games played, they won 4 games. Y'all got to hear me now. They won 4 games. It was not a great season, but y'all pull him and y'all bring him up. Y'all could have just kept Raheem Morris over there. Why y'all bring that Kevin Stefanski down here to Atlanta? I don't know. That still has struck a nerve with me. I just want all the teams to have a fair playing field. I don't think it's a great playing field to have Kevin Stefanski, in my humble opinion, down here in Atlanta with the Dirty Birds. They could have kept Raheem Morris as far as I'm concerned. Let them Atlanta Falcons get a chance and get an opportunity to be great. Why y'all dragging him from Cleveland Browns over here? Couldn't y'all move him somewhere else? I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, I don't know. Just y'all know how I get. These are my these are my Thursday thoughts, my Thursday night thoughts. I just said, what the Sam Hill Blazers? And you know what else I just thought about too, as they getting ready to do their annual meeting. So the NFL, the franchise, they got to prepare, right? They got to have their annual meeting because we got to get ready to get this 2026 draft off to a great start. So, they got their meetings and everything. I mean, what y'all thinking? There's a lot of moving parts going on, my friends. There's a lot of moving parts. Child. Why everybody trying to blame stuff on CJ Stroud? Child, I just flipped to my next just something to bring to y'all attention on your radar. I don't think you should blame CJ Stroud's end of the season and blame him. He's struggling because not all of the situation was on CJ Stroud. It takes a team. A quarterback can only be as great as that head coach guiding and leading. And so Dalton Schultz defends C.J. Stroud. He's defending him because not all of it wasn't on him. How they gonna blame? He was decent. How they gonna try to blame everything on him? I'm glad that this Dalton Schultz has come to C.J. Stroud's defense. He's gonna defend him, and I agree. Don't be blaming everything on the quarterback. It's everybody want to point the fingers after the season over. Everybody want to point a finger. It was you. No, it was all of y'all. It's a team. Y'all can't single out nobody. So all these teams pointing the fingers at everybody on that field, point the finger at yourself. Where were your antennas when y'all were out there on that field? Don't be talking about it because it's postseason. No, y'all should have been talking about it in the locker room after the game. See, when the game is over, this is what I believe in my humble opinion. When that game is over, first of all, don't be talking about they getting that next day off. They need to be in the classroom. They need to be in that auditorium. You know how when they getting ready for their meetings, right, they go into their big auditorium. They got to make sure the seats are real wide and real big because some of the players are real big, y'all. And they need to have big space, right? But after that game, when they lose that game, whether they win or lose, they need to talk about what went well in the game. So they're going to talk about that first, right? What went well and what can they work on before the next game that will enhance them. So, I mean, I know a lot of coaches say, well, they got practice the next day. When they lose, they say they're going to practice. As I think about it, in my humble opinion, y'all, because you know I have some opinions. I'm thinking, why not have those players watch the footage that next day? On that Monday, they need to have that footage in front of them so they can take notes on what went well, what didn't go well. So that way, when they come down to practice on Tuesday, they're ready to rock and roll. Don't make no sense. I don't understand. Why we going to practice on Monday? We should be looking at video footage on Monday. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, in my humble opinion, how this thing should go. Monday is a reflective day. So on Monday, the teams need to reflect on how they play on Sunday. Okay, some of them don't want to hear, but you got to put it in front of you. You won't. For me, my humble opinion, and this is what I say: you can't grow if you don't look at the areas of strength and areas that can be improved. How are you going to grow if you're not looking at the things that they need to be fine-tuned? See, I'm being positive of my positive phrasing. Y'all see that? I use positive phrasing. So my thing is, they need to be in that auditorium. They need to be looking at that film footage right after that game. So Sunday you had the game. Monday, get your butts in there and watch that film. And then let's come up with a plan of action or what we going to do to enhance how we going to play for that next game coming up on that next Sunday. Okay? Unless you're going to do Monday night football or unless you got Thursday night football. But nevertheless, get yourselves together. Tuesday is when they get the grind and they get them knee pads on, them shoulder pads on. Get yourself ready. Do your reps. Get your practice in. But let me tell you something else that I thought about. I just had an aha moment. Now, just because you practicing them reps, doesn't mean that in your mind, when you get out there on game day, I said this last time, y'all know money, but because I just ain't understand. I can't stand them excuses. Just because you practice the rep and practice doesn't mean that person is going to still be there in real time. Open your eyes, keep your antennas up, read the field, throw the ball, and make contact with your player, not the other team's player, your player. And that's how we get what? A winning touchdown. I'm just saying, y'all got to, hey, don't matter me. Something struck my nerve, y'all. I had a flashback to my team and the foolishness of it all. They talking about what the ball was intended for. The ball was intended for Mike Evans, but Mike Evans wasn't there. And you know they practiced this in their reps and they practiced this in. I don't care about no practicing nothing. You got to open your eyes and have your antennas up. You don't throw a ball based on what you did in practice. You throw the ball based on what is currently in front of you. Open your eyes, keep your antennas up. That's what I want to say about that quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, see, he had his antennas up. That quarterback right there. I mean, he got 7 years in. And Drake made he was a newcomer. He was a rookie. He had he had about 2 years under his belt. But the other one had 7 years. But what I can say is that's a sharp quarterback right there. He reads the field. You got to read the field. You can't base stuff on what you take what you've learned in practice and you bring it to the field. But how the heck are you going to play a game and say, well, you thought they should have been there? Just because it was when you in real time, you know what they say, that SH, bleed T happens. When you in real time, it happens. Don't be doing that. That's all I'm saying. Now, okay, I digress, y'all. So, I shared the forecast not this past Monday, but last Monday. I shared or was that on my Thursday? I think it was on episode 54. I already shared the forecast, the initial forecast that what's his name? Dan Parr put out. I did the forecast for the draft of what the how this draft gonna go with the first round for the 32 teams. I shared that. That was last week. So I'm not gonna share that again today. But yeah, child, y'all, I didn't even know I was gonna be on this long. Child, I've been talking for 38 minutes, y'all. But I appreciate y'all. I miss my sparklers. I miss y'all. And yes, I had to come on in here. I had to come on in here. I'm reporting live. I am reporting live. I'm reporting live from Mom Knows Best office, y'all. Shout out to Mom Knows Best. Listen, I don't have my ring camera. I don't have lighting set up really. So I am winging it tonight, y'all, and I appreciate you guys. I truly appreciate you. Um Oh, that's my sisters. My sisters texting me in the middle of my show. Shout out to my sister. But yeah. Nevertheless, guys, I've had a great time with you guys. I hope you enjoyed my show today, my live today. Boy, that was breaking news when I saw that the Seattle Seahawks are up for sale, and I'm like, wow, this is something else. So I wonder how does this shake up the paradigm of the franchise? What does this look like, sound like? If there's a new owner, there are different expectations for the new owners, I guess. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I have a few shout outs. The number one fan that's in the building is Envy. The number two, well, it says Envy again. So number one, number two for top fans today goes to Envy. Moderator was in the building. At Addings was in the building tonight. I appreciate y'all so very much. Yes, so when the time is right, my friends, I will share with you all what happened. It was a major family emergency. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, so that's why you all haven't seen like where is Green Eyes? Her show started at 7 o'clock and she's not on. No, I wasn't on at 7, but I am on right now at 9. I wasn't on for my Monday moment thoughts because the actual tragic news happened Sunday, and it's so many moving parts. I'm in a different location right now, but I appreciate you all being patient with me. And yes, when the time is right, I'll let you guys know what happened. Just things happen. Just prayers up. And I'm just so elated that I just you guys make my day, and it takes my mind off of the situation at hand that happened. Every day's, you grow, you get stronger. This too shall pass, but when you in the moment, there's some hurt, there's some grief. But yes, Green Eye Sparkle will stay here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, share out this live, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, sparklers. Green Eye Sparkle, baby. It's my show. Thursday night at 7. It's a go, but it was 9 o'clock tonight, y'all. Y'all, come on. Get in the chat. Trendy news inspiration is where it's at. Hey, y'all like that, child? I try to add a little razzle-tazzle. Much love. I'll see you all later. Bye.